Hello sir, now I am going to tell you 5 JavaScript related interview questions with answer. My first question is, how does JavaScript code executed in browser? My answer is, well, we know that every web browser comes with a JavaScript engine that provides a JavaScript runtime environment. For example, Google Chrome uses the V8 engine. The source code goes through several steps and gets executed. And the first stage is every time we run a JavaScript program, our code is first received by the parser inside the JS engine. The parser job is to check the JavaScript code for synthetic errors in line by line manner because JavaScript is an interpreted scripting language. So, whenever an error is detected by the parser, it throws a kind of errors and stops the execution of the code. If the parser gets satisfied that there are no errors in the code, it created the data structure called AST, abstract syntax tree. When the abstract syntax tree is created by the parser, the JavaScript engine converts the JavaScript code into the machine code, and then the machine code is sent to the system for execution. And finally, that bytecode is run by the engine. Okay, now my second question is, what are the difference between double equal and triple equal? My answer is, they both are comparison operators. The difference between these two operators is that the double equal is used to compare values but ignore the data type, whereas triple equal is used to compare both values and types. Okay, my third question is, what is a callback function? And my answer is, any function that is passed as an argument to another function so that it can be executed in that other function is called a callback function. The callback function is used to make sure that a function is not going to run before a task is completed but will run after the task has been completed. Okay, now my fourth question. When will you return something from a function? Well, we know that the return statement stops the execution of a function and returns a value. So when we want to use the value of a function, we will return something from the function. Besides this, when we want to stop the execution of a function immediately, at that point we will use return statement. The second portion of the question is, how will you return more than one value from a function? And my answer is, JavaScript does not support function that return multiple values. So if I want to return more than one value, then I have to use an array or an object to wrap multiple values. Okay. Now my fifth question is JavaScript is a static type or a dynamic type? My answer is, JavaScript is a dynamically typed language because in JavaScript all type checks are performed in a runtime. Basically, in dynamically typed language, all type checks are performed in a runtime only when our program is executing. So this means you can just assign anything you want to the variable and it will work. On the other hand, statically typed languages like Java, Go, and C++ are able to catch type related errors at a compile time. And that's all from me. Thank you so much, sir.